Hi, I'm Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but More of a Melon Rind. This is from the fourth of those 4 books. A few days after my very boring birthday, my boyfriend left for Louisiana. He said he was visiting a friend and would be back next week. He went to New Orleans for some type of voodoo festival. On Saturday the 29th, I woke up early because my cousin Glenn Jr. was to graduate from high school. I arrived at the Frank L. Maines Memorial Arena a little early. I soon found a seat directly in front of the stage, but high up in the bleachers. As I looked over the crowd, searching for my aunt, I sent a text to each of the Fritz twins. Dusty was working and Courtney was traveling. She had just entered New York, so neither would be able to make it. As I waited for the graduation to commence, I became overwhelmed with emotion. I couldn't help thinking that my Uncle Glenn would be so proud of his son. My dad, Aunt Vicky, and Jeff would be too. The graduates took the floor 2 by 2 in neat lines. From my vantage point, it was difficult to tell who was who. I knew that Glenn would be toward the back, as they were arranged alphabetically by surname. I looked through the program that I had gotten upon entering the building. Glenn would be receiving 4 awards. That made me feel really good. When I got to the point of handing out diplomas, I watched the screen that was hanging in the center, which usually had hockey scores, quite intently. When the superintendent said Glenn Robert Wright, Jr., I cheered as loud as anybody. When the commencement was over, I walked to the lobby through the thousands of people in search of Aunt Andrea. I eventually found her standing near the door with her mom, Anne. They were very happy to see me. "I'm so glad you came," Aunt Andrea said. "Me too," I replied. "I wouldn't have missed this." We walked outside to find the young graduate. When he joined us, he was taller than me by several inches. I stopped breathing for a second, aghast at how much he looked like his father. I sent the Fritz twins a picture of Glenn. Both replied that he looked like our departed uncle. It was a beautiful, emotional moment.